Cool.
So we got some chairs. And I smell some butts. Ah!
Game begin. Game over.
Do you have a butt? Does your butt like sits? Do you follow the ancient Greek philosophy of if it fits, it sits? Then we have the review for you. I'm BJ, aka the Biscuit Jesus, and today we're gonna be looking at the 2020 Secretlab chair, specifically the Titan, then the regular of 2022, and then the XL that only Tristan gets to sit in because he is such a good boy. Anyway, let's get into the review. So I guess we'll start with, this is my own personal chair that I bought, I guess at the beginning of 2020. Back then they had the Omega and then the Titan. And I personally was a huge fan of this chair. I've beaten it up. These are a little uncomfortable when you first get them. I think a lot of reviews will talk about that, but once you break them in, they become super comfortable. These newer ones that we've had, I think we've had it for a few weeks, but somebody's not constantly sitting in them versus this was my 2020 chair, so I lived in this chair for a while. But it's got everything that a lot of people would expect across all three of the chairs, where you've got the 4D arms, which are fantastic, where it's the good old in-out, don't get dirty, up, down, and then swivel and everything else. And that's pretty much how the old one was set up, and a lot of that actually carries over to the newer ones. But the biggest difference between all these is going to be your actual height on the back of the seat, the width itself, and then the width and the depth. Did I say width? I don't even know. The width and depth of the seat. And what's kind of interesting is that the 2020 actually falls slightly in between the regular and the XL on the 2022 edition, which I'm not really sure why they made some of those changes, but they did. But we'll bring this one over. We'll call this Tedric. Some of the biggest changes that Tedric has versus the old 2022 is these pop off. These get nasty and break. And one of the nice things that actually happens, let me not lie there, I've never had them break, but they do get a little nasty. But Secretlab has gone ahead and made these modules so you can actually switch them out, and they're supposed to have, I believe it's a cool gel that's gonna be a different replacement that you can put in there, and those just kind of snap in. And one of the biggest things I love about the newer chairs, and why I bought the original Titan, the original Titans and Omegas, the biggest difference was the Omega had a lumbar pillow, and then the Titan actually had lumbar adjustment. But I'm kind of awkward and lanky in my upper body, so having a fixed lumbar adjustment wasn't the best. And what I mean by fixed lumbar adjustment is that it just went in and out, and you didn't actually have the vertical adjustment. And that's what they changed on this, which is absolutely fantastic. If we spin it around for fun, on your right side, assuming you live in the northern hemisphere and right is right, you have your in-out adjustment. And then over on the left side, you have your up and down. And some people will kind of complain that this kind of creaks around. If you can imagine, actually similar to this background, where it's similar to a lattice structure. So instead of it being a fixed position, it's actually able to kind of ripple and move around. And thank God I did all this in my rave days. But it's not so static, where it's not just a single bar that's moving up and down. It's an actual kind of pseudo mesh grid that moves with your spine that at first, it's not super comfortable. Again, all these chairs do have a break-in period, but once you get used to it and kind of find where you like it, it's awesome. I'm a huge fan. I know a lot of people kind of complain about gaming chairs because of the lack thereof or having too much lumbar support, and being able to adjust that is awesome. Now, I guess one of the big things a lot of people wonder is, do I get the XL? Do I get the regular? The regular itself is designed for people who are under 220 pounds. Doesn't mean you can't sit in it if you're above that weight, but what it's truly looking at is a lot of these seats, they start to break in with certain weights. So if you're heavier than that, you're gonna probably start hitting the bars and the support that are in the back, and it's gonna become uncomfortable. And maybe at that point, you should buy the XL. But also size variance happens there. So the backrest on this, the height actually, I believe, is 33.5 inches. And then on this one, it is 35 inches. So you're getting that extra inch and a half. I'm 6'2", and I think around 155 pounds, so I'm a lanky, awkward boy. And this chair does work for me. Again, part of me wishes that I actually did buy the XL, but what I don't love about the XL is some of the length in the seat, which is going to be quite relevant for some people, where I believe the depth on this little Chewy here is 19.3 inches versus 19.7. That's really funny. So it's less than an inch of a difference, but in this case, that less than an inch, you do actually feel it, especially in the back of the knees. So I wouldn't super worry about like circulation issues. I mean, depending on how you are, that little bit might make a difference. A lot of people have looked at the tilt mechanisms and everything else. They've actually redesigned everything there. I believe before on the old chair, both the handles came forward. So from an ergonomic perspective, I mean, it's fine, but this makes a lot more sense where this handle for the height adjustment leans forward. So when you're actually gonna lean forward, the handle's there, just kind of a nice little scoop, if you will. And then the tilt is on this side where you would kind of reach back. So it's a tiny little creature comfort thing, but it makes a lot more sense. You lean back and then it locks in place, which is nice. Caster wheels and everything else are big and girthy. They feel good. I'm gonna hopefully run out of focus right here when I do this move. Whee! Oh God, coming back. But they feel good. We'll probably actually do a race test here in a little bit. A lot of reviews only look at how one butt likes these chairs, so here in a little bit we'll probably go on a butt search, if you will, and kind of look at people at different heights, different sizes, and kind of see what they prefer. I'm kind of in the middle. I wouldn't really complain with either of these chairs. I guess one of my favorite things about these chairs as well are these new pillows that are magnetic, which feels great, and there's some kind of space age, I believe. Who made these? I think it's Klingon technology, somewhere around there. But they've got those on there and it just pops, versus a lot of the previous chairs, it's a strap and it's hard to get it in the exact position you want. You don't have a lot of play with these though. So that's kind of about the high side. And then about to, okay, I lied. I mean, that's a pretty decent spot. You go a little bit lower and it's gonna drop off. Now with my old chair, I never used the pillow, hence why I don't even know where it is. But if you want some sweet alpha on these chairs, oh, I don't want the pillow anymore. Where should I put it? You've got magnets here, and you've got a metal frame, and you can actually just throw that pillow right down there. Now, that somewhat impedes with my legs, so actually, personally, when I'm not using this pillow, I like to stash it in the back trunk right there. Ooh. I haven't seen anybody else try this. Now, this was the fun test I wanted, is because the tilt mechanism is there, if I tilt it backwards, hopefully that does not impede with the pillow whatsoever. Now, I don't know that Secretlab's intended on doing this, but I think it's super awesome that it is magnetic and you do have that kind of storage down there. What else you store down there is completely up to you. But that feels like a pretty good run through. These chairs have been reviewed a bunch of times before, so like certain specs, I'm not sure how much you don't already know about them. But I think the real good place to go here is A, we need to race these things to see which one's fastest, and we need to go find some butts, put those butts in these seats, so let's go find some butts. Cool. So we got some chairs. I smell some butts. Let's go find some butts and have them try out some chairs. Ah! Do you have a butt?
I guess.
Can we put your butt in some chairs?
Yeah, which one?
All three of them.
I feel like I'm in a new car.
Yeah, do your feet touch the ground at all?
No.
Let's see here.
I do like the color of this one.
Wait a second. I love how the handle's almost out of the
Shut up. Oh, this one's cozy.
So that's what happens after 2 years of sitting in them. You're almost there.
My toes.
There you go, my dog. Yeah, there
Perfect.
you go. There you go.
Now I'm in the lap of luxury.
We need to find more butts.
Fine.
Next set of butts. Ah! No! Go! You have a butt? Which is...
Oh, I don't like it.
I just don't like it.
That's like Papa Bear's. Yeah. Well, my arms are uneven, so this is not ergonomically
They have technology
correct.
for that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I like that one.
That's the best. What do you
Yeah.
like about it?
It's comfortable. And the adjustable headrest.
Yes. All right, more butts. Go. Hey Keith, do you have a butt?
Of course.
Do you want to try your butt in some chairs?
Yeah, sure.
Hell yeah.
So you want me to tell you which one's better?
Or which one you like the best? Because you've been sitting in the XL already.
Honestly, I think this is my favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One that's kind of
sitting in
broken
right now.
in.
This one, the older, yeah, it's been broken in. So
Now, have you played with the lumbar adjust much on these?
not at all.
Not at all. You know it exists.
I did not. That's actually gonna be very important because I have lower back issues.
Yeah.
So I'll go play with that now. So
And
I
then
changed,
if you-
I changed it. I like this one better now.
You want to try and mess around with it
Yeah.
for fun?
Oh yeah, I feel it. Beautiful chairs all the way around. I would choose this one because of the lumbar support, but all good stuff.
All right, one more set of butts. TJ, we need your butt.
Okay. It's not the first time I've heard that.
I know.
Alright, so I just sit and pick, basically?
Yeah, see which ones you like. I don't know if you played with the lumbar adjustment much.
Well, this is definitely more firm. I'll take that.
I didn't notice on the XL they actually put the logo on one of them.
So where's you do the lumbar on here? Is it on this
So
side?
right hand side is going to be in and out, up around
The dial, right?
So lumbar by your lumbar.
It's like all the way up the dial, right?
Borderline thoracic vertebrae for him.
It's like, oh, all the way up here.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, it is way up here. This
know.
one's in the lead so far. Man, these pillows are so great.
Yeah.
Pillow's the best part, and it's like the easiest, simplest, cheapest.
Well,
Yeah,
the
this
fun
one's
thing with the
definitely too
pillows.
big for me.
I'll take this guy.
That one? Cool.
deal.
Should I ask Uncle Tim for money then? Okay. Yeah, I think that's some butts, and now we need to race them. That is the most important thing, is racing chairs. Yeah. So race time.
I'm going with knee. I think I got long enough legs that it can allow me to make those harsh turns, stretching out.
I might need
Might
to try.
tore or tear my groin, but
I have a
man.
weak ankle. They don't.
man, that
So I think I'm at a like slight disadvantage. What the?
He's doing lawnmower method.
We're going.
wheelbarrow style.
It's horrifying.
Oh God! There's so much.
I don't know what's going on.
And it's out to an early lead. Followed closely by BJ. And a distant third, we have Ashley.
I think that was a photo finish right there.
We need the instant replay on that one, Aaron.
I'm winded from that race.
A lot of effort. A lot of effort.
Oh, actually finished.
I got lost in the loop.
I'm winded by victory. If you like the sweet content in these luscious curls, like and subscribe. Safety first. We'll see you guys next time. Ow!